Hello and welcome to the Coding Bytes. I am Abhishek Parmar, and in this video we are going to solve a question which is maximum subarray sum. So this is a very popular interview question which was asked by Amazon, Samsung, Oyo, Zoho, Flipkart, Microsoft and Snapdeal. So in this question there is an array which is given to us. For example, in this particular input there are 5 elements: 1, -2, 3, -1 and 2. So what you have to do, you have to calculate the maximum subarray sum, which means there are many subarrays possible from this particular array. So for each subarray you have to calculate the sum and then you have to print the maximum subarray as the output. For example, for this particular given array, 3, -1 and 2 is the maximum subarray with the sum equals to 4. Therefore the output is 4. Now the time complexity in which we have to solve this problem is big O of n and the auxiliary space is big O of 1. So first of all, let's see how we can solve this problem. So there is a very popular algorithm which is cadence algorithm, and using this algorithm we can solve this particular problem. So there are 4 steps you have to follow to solve this particular problem. Number 1, you have to take 2 variables, result and max ending, and you have to initialize both of these with the first element of the array. Then you have to iterate over the array starting from the second element of the array. And in the third step you have to consider and store current element or sum of current element and max ending, whichever is maximum. So you have 2 choices: either you take current element or sum of current element and max ending, which is nothing but the previous element. So you are going to choose the maximum of both of these and you have to store it. And the last thing we have to do is we have to keep updating max of result and max ending in result. So result will hold our final output. So now let's see the dry run of this algorithm. So first of all, we have this array having 5 elements and we have taken max ending and result. So these 2 variables will initially hold the first element of the array, which is 1 and 1. So in the second step, as you can see, we will iterate over the array starting from the first index. So the element at the first index is -2. Now we have 2 choices. So either we take -2 or we take 1 plus -2. That means the sum of max ending and current element, which is 1 minus 2. So this will become -1, or we take -2, whichever is the maximum. So as you can see, out of -1 and -2, -1 is maximum. So that is why our max ending will now become -1 and the result will still be 1, because if we compare -1 and 1, so 1 is greater. That is why we will not update result. Now in the next step, you can see we will move to the next element of the array, which is 3. And here again we have 2 choices: either we take 3 or we take 3 plus -1, which means we have 2 choices, 3 or 2. So as you can see, 3 is greater. That is why we will take max ending as 3. And then our result will also be updated with 3 because 3 is greater than 1. Now in the next step, we have -1. So now again we have 2 choices: either we take -1 or we take sum of max ending and -1. So as you can see, the sum of max ending and -1 will become 2, which is greater than -1, which is the current element. So here we will take 2 as max ending. And when we compare max ending and result, so result is 3 and max ending is 2. That is why result will still be 3. Now in the 5th step, as you can see, we will consider 4 as max ending because 4 is greater than 2. Now here, as you can see, the element is 2, and if we consider max ending plus this current element, so this will become 4. And it is greater than 2. That is why our max ending will now become 4 and result will also be updated with 4. So this way we have got the max subarray sum, which is 4, which is stored in result. Now let's have a look at the implementation of this algorithm. So in this particular code, as you can see, we have a function int maxsum. So the return type is integer, and this function maxsum is taking 2 arguments. The first one is array itself and the second is size of array. Now inside this function, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to take a result variable and initialize it with first element of array. And similarly we are taking max ending and also initializing it with first element of array. Now inside this we have this one single for loop, and this single for loop can find the maximum subarray sum. Now in this for loop, I is initializing from 1, which means we are starting from the index 1 of the array and I is less than n. So the array will iterate till I is less than n, and after each iteration I will be incremented by 1. So inside this for loop, in the first line we are taking the maximum of 2. So we have 2 choices: max ending plus ARRI and ARRI. So whichever is maximum we will store in the max ending. And in the next line, result equals to max of result comma max ending. So here we will take the maximum of result or max ending. Whichever is maximum we will store in result. And at the end of this function we will return result. So this is how you can solve this particular problem in the given time complexity and auxiliary space. So I hope the explanation was clear, but still if you have any doubt, please let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.